Bugatti's DNA is built on exceptional performance and power, all accompanied by a timelessly elegant design. The W16 Mistral, the ultimate roadster in Bugatti history and the final appearance on the road of the iconic W16 engine, is a masterpiece that celebrates the symbiosis of design and engineering. Emilio Scervo, Chief Technology Officer at Bugatti Remits, said, "Efficient management of both thermodynamics and aerodynamics is essential for reaching over 420 km per hour with an open-top vehicle. And even more so with a 1,600 PS engine, which is certainly the most advanced ever created. We have to think very carefully about how the shape of the W16 Mistral will guide air through and around the vehicle to find a subtle balance between optimal cooling and aerodynamics. Of course, we have to achieve this with a sense of elegance worthy of a Bugatti roadster. The W16 Mistral is a car designed both for the use our customers will make of it, but also for the feeling of timelessness it must convey. This combination of pure artistic vision and a perfect mastery of the laws of physics is harmoniously brought to life by Bugatti's design and engineering teams. At the front of the W16 Mistral, a wider, deeper, and three-dimensional reinterpretation of the famous horseshoe grille allows air to be fed from a single inlet to the engine's high-temperature radiator, reserving the two side air intakes for the cooling system. The airflow around the front ends of the vehicle is channeled through two inlets, one near the wheel and the other discreetly integrated into the new three-dimensional headlights. As it passes the wheels, the air is guided from a high-pressure area to a low-pressure area to avoid turbulence and drag that could affect the W16 Mistral's performance. Achim Anscheit, design director at Bugatti Remits, said, "The front appearance of the car is dominated by these large air intakes and, while the Bugatti signature is instantly recognizable, we also take a number of elements from the few-off models such as the Devo squared, 110 cubed and La Voiture Noire to the power of 4. The windshield wraps around the pillars forming an elegant visor and the front of the vehicle verticalizes to create a design that is both optimized for speed and elegance." The profile of the new roadster incorporates a revisited version of the famous C-line that characterizes the Chiron to the power of 5 in particular. The line that runs around the side air intake now extends onto the upper edge of the side windows, then in a three-dimensional fashion onto the windshield. Designing this new line, a central element of the W16 Mistral's visual identity that seems to leap forward, was no easy task. To do this properly, we had to separate the engine air intake from the oil cooler intake, explains Achim Anscheit. If we had kept them together, the intakes on each side of the vehicle would have had to be disproportionately enlarged. We therefore preferred to build on what was done for the Veyron 16.4 Vitesse and the Type 57 Roadster Grand Raid by integrating the engine air intake behind the headrests. This solution is elegant, functional and safe. The slim side air intakes therefore only supply air to the oil coolers, while the engine air intakes are now located behind the headrests, thus playing a key role in the vehicle's sound signature while protecting the occupants in the event of a rollover. All the air drawn in through the side intakes is channeled into the two radiators on either side of the vehicle, passing through the rear wheels and then out through the X-shaped taillight, a stylish reinterpretation of the iconic bolide headlights to the power of 6. The air flows out through the triangular cavities between the X-shaped taillight clusters, creating a pressure drop between the side intakes and the outlets at the rear of the W16 Mistral, helping to regulate engine temperature, even under heavy load. Emilio Scervo continues, "The W16 Mistral will be capable of reaching 420 km per hour in top speed mode, while providing the driver with a feeling of absolute safety. Providing total control of our vehicles whatever the conditions and speeds is an integral part of Bugatti's DNA." And to make this possible in the W16 Mistral, the car's aerodynamic configuration had to be carefully thought out. Thanks to the prowess of the engineers and the talent of the designers, the W16 Mistral offers both high downforce and maximum drag reduction. This perfect balance is due in particular to its carefully designed front spoiler, its highly aerodynamic underbody, and the high airflow rate passing on either side of the profiled rear wing when deployed.